right, this Earth Day, we're thinking, wouldn't you like to be green? And wouldn't you like to be driving or riding in a green car, ones with spunk and speed? CNN's Elaine Quijano is on the National Mall in Washington. I don't know about the speed part. We know you have spunk. What about that ride you've got?
Yeah, okay, let me show you this, Frederica. Yes, thank you for that. I appreciate this fun. This is a Saturn Vue Green Line. This is something that car aficionados will recognize, right? Saturn Vue Green Line is this vehicle, but it's a souped-up version of that vehicle, Frederica. AFS Trinity is the company that we're talking about here, calls this an extreme hybrid. Extreme. And joining us right now to talk about just why that is the company's CEO, Mr. Edward Furia. Thank you so much for allowing us to take a spin in your vehicle. Why is this an extreme hybrid?
Well, we call it an extreme hybrid because of what it does and how it does it. What it does is get the equivalent of 150 miles per gallon in mixed urban highway driving. How it does it is combine not just batteries, but ultracapacitors.
Ultracapacitors, okay. People know capacitors, flex capacitors, Back to the Future stuff. What are you talking about here?
Well, a capacitor is an energy storage device that can absorb energy and release it extremely fast and do it literally hundreds of thousands of times without being affected badly. A battery is very good at delivering energy in a very slow trickle kind of way. In other words, a battery likes to be sipped. But an electric car, when you accelerate, wants to gulp energy. And it can gulp the energy from the ultracapacitor.
Okay. So
those two items together make it possible for this vehicle to get tremendous acceleration using energy that you get by plugging it in every night.
Okay.
And then you can go 40 miles every day.
Okay, so let's get down to bare bones here. We're talking 0 to 60, and how fast can this car go? 0 to 60.
Well, if you want to do it, you can go 0 to 60 in 6.9 seconds.
6.9 seconds, and you were saying that is faster than a Porsche Cayenne.
It's faster than a standard Porsche Cayenne.
Okay.
That's right.
Now, Frederica, we're not going to be able to go and put the pedal to the metal because we've got some pedestrians, but I'm going to take this for a very short drive. Safety first. That's right. Safety belt, Mom. Okay. So I'm taking a spin.
Nice.
And I have to tell you, it's very quiet. I know that's not all that uncommon with other hybrids, but feels pretty smooth.
Good.
It's extremely smooth, and it's very quiet. In fact, I've driven this car over 100 times, and it's the sonic signature that is most exciting to me.
Sonic signature. What do you mean by that?
What it sounds like. It sounds like a spaceship. It doesn't sound like a car.
Because, you look at this, and most people go, it doesn't look like anything different. Now, I have to tell you, the back seat, a little bit different because you had to stick some more equipment back
That's
there.
just the prototype. It's a little higher, yeah.
Okay. So bottom line, can someone go out right now and buy this car at this time?
No, not yet.
How much do you think it'll cost eventually?
A car like this would cost between $32,000 and $35,000.
And how soon do you think before they could actually get a vehicle like this?
Well, the first vehicle like this will be out in about a year, but there'll only be 100 of them. That's a fleet vehicle, and then there'll be a second fleet that'll be 1,000. And then it's 3 years from now that you'd actually see it start into production.
Okay. All right. Well, there you have it, Frederica. Mr. Furia, thank you so much.
It's
I really
my
appreciate
pleasure.
it. So this
We
is
enjoyed
it.
having you here.
They call this the extreme hybrid, they say, depending on how you drive, Frederica. You could go 40 miles on one charge overnight, 400 miles if it's in hybrid mode. They say 150 miles per gallon. And Mr. Furia believes passionately that this is the car that will electrify, in his words, transportation in the future. We'll see.
Well, it is
Frederica.
pretty impressive. And, I guess with a price tag of between $32,000 and $35,000, I think, isn't that pretty comparable to other SUVs or vehicles of that size? But if only 100 are going to be available in that first fleet, something tells me it's going to cost you a little bit more to actually get that vehicle. You may have to bargain, huh?
Yeah. Well, and what they're saying is that it's a three-stage process, not to get too in the weeds about this, but their idea is to start off with 100, then go to 1,000, and then eventually, years from now, is when you would see them out for mass production, basically out on the streets. So this is a prototype, but they're moving towards this, according to Mr. Furia. They believe that really this is the wave of the future.
Wow, and I know you're at a very popular location. You're right outside the Native American Museum there, so you already have a lot of folks. Something tells me a lot of people have already inquired about that vehicle, wondering Hey,
They have.
what is that? I want it.
We had to actually have our producer, Larry Lazo, shoo some people away right before our live shot because they were coming up and they wanted to ask Mr. Furia some questions.
You were selling.
So you didn't see that?
Okay.
That's right.
All right. That's cool. Elaine, thanks so much. We'll drive safely as you take off from this live shot. Appreciate it.